insights. We at Delhi Technological University are honored to have them for our conference. Before we begin, I request everyone to please rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you. Please be seated. Now, without further ado, I would like to call upon our convener, Dr. Asmita Das, to address the crowd and declare the itinerary for the 3-day virtual conference to follow.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sir Professor Yogesh Singh, our guest of honor and Vice Chancellor of BHU, Professor Rakesh Bhatnagar, Head of the Department of Biotechnology, Professor Jayagopal Sharma, Professor Shyam Sharan from National Cancer Institute, NIH, USA, Professor Rajiv Saxena from South Asian University, Professor Praveer Kumar, Professor V.D. Malhotra, all the distinguished speakers and delegates, the respected faculty members of DTU, all the enthusiastic participants of the conference, and our motivated students. I welcome you all to this international conference on innovations in biotechnology and life sciences. This coronavirus pandemic may have added restrictions in our lives, but it has not been able to stop the process of learning and dissemination of knowledge. We have organized this 3 days international conference on innovations in biotechnology and life sciences in a virtual mode to serve as a conducive platform for exchange of ideas in a scientific tempo. We are fortunate to present this opportunity of bringing the world closer through technology with a common agenda of insatiable quest for knowledge. I'll just share the slide. There is some issue. Is the slide visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. So, we are humbled by the enthusiastic participation of more than 1,200 participants from more than 20 countries, and we have received more than 500 abstracts. We hope to ignite your scientific temper by the presentations of our brilliant keynote speakers, Dr. Mithilesh Mishra from Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, Dr. Suchendrama Banerjee, formerly from UC Berkeley and presently in GE Healthcare, and Dr. Kajal Biswas from National Cancer Institute, National Institute of Health, Maryland, USA, who will talk about cancer therapeutics, neurosciences, cellular regulations, and mathematical modeling. We are honored to present distinguished lectures in the key areas of biotechnology and life sciences. And we are honored to have Dr. Niti Puri, Dr. From Jawaharlal Nehru University, Dr. Tuhina Gupta from University of Georgia, Dr. Tulika Prasad from Jawaharlal Nehru University, Professor Varsha Gupta from Kanpur University, and Dr. Sushil Kumar Jha from Jawaharlal Nehru University. And they will be talking about diverse areas like immunology, tuberculosis research, nanotechnology, COVID-19 related biotechnological innovations, neurosciences, and neuropathology. Students and young researchers are often at the crossroads of their career, and to talk about alternative careers post-PhD, we have Dr. Manjishta Sengupta, who is a clinical trial specialist from National Institute of Health, USA, and Dr. Monideepa Roy, formerly from Harvard University and presently from the industry in the USA. We also have Dr. Rajesh Mishra from JNU, Dr. Deenan Santhya from GTU, and Dr. Umesh Kumar, who will be discussing about various arenas in applied and basic research in biotechnology. DTU is committed towards an effective industry-academia interaction, and as a testament to this commitment towards employability and entrepreneurship ventures by our students, we have organized a unique open group discussion with senior executives from the industry as panelists. We are honored to have Dr. Rashmi Hegde, who is the VP in CIPLA, Mr. Pramod Rajput, Senior VP Cadila Pharmaceuticals, Mr. Shailesh Deshpande, GM Torrent Pharma, and Mr. Rupendra Singh, CEO Biohouse Solutions. As a token of encouragement to the young researchers, we have installed 2 Young Promising Research Awards based on the shortlisted oral presentations by the young researchers as judged by our panel of experts. It has been truly said by Louis Pasteur that science knows no country because knowledge belongs to humanity and is the torch which illuminates the world. So we hope to learn interactively in the next 3 days, transcending all geographical boundaries. Welcome you all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, let's move on to our chief guest for today. We're honored to have Professor Rakesh Bhatnagar, the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Banaras Hindu University, as our guest of honor. Professor Bhatnagar is an eminent scientist and a visionary educationist who is also an inspirational personality, particularly in these times where the world is looking for a suitable vaccine for COVID-19. He was one of the first successful scientists credited with the development of recombinant vaccine for anthrax. His technology transfer to the industry was an exemplary evidence of industry-academia partnership. Professor Bhatnagar received his PhD degree from National Sugar Institute, Kanpur, worked as a scientist in Biochemistry and Molecular Biology Institute, Freiburg University, Germany. He was a visiting associate at National Institutes of Health, NIH, USA. He has been a Dean, School of Biotechnology, JNU, Director of Academic Staff College, JNU, and Director of Advanced Instrumentation Facility, JNU. He served as the Vice Chancellor of Kumaon University and is presently the Vice Chancellor of BHU, a central university of great repute. We are most excited to hear from you, sir, especially since your reputation as an orator precedes you, and we are fortunate to have the grace of your presence at this inaugural session. I now hand over the platform to Mr. Bhatnagar.
Good morning. It gives me great pleasure to be here in Delhi Technological University to meet my biotechnology colleagues in a conference on innovations in biotechnology and life sciences. When we talk about innovations, let me tell you that no country has ever become developed country without following the path of innovation. Perhaps you remember our great President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, used to say, India will become developed country by 2020. 2020 is going to be over in less than 2 weeks. Have we become the developed country? The answer is flat no. If you want to become a developed country, you have to follow the path of innovation. Either you innovate or you pay the cost of innovation. Cost of innovation is very high for a poor country like ours or a developing country like ours with a huge population of 1.3 billion people. Let us say if you want to have a cell phone, and suppose you like iPhone, which I like, and if you have to buy 1.3 billion iPhones, I think our annual budget of the government will be disturbed if everybody start buying an iPhone. Now let us come to the biotechnology. Biotechnology is relatively a new science. I still remember when we were doing biotechnology in United States about 35 years back, the country decided to start biotechnology education so that the manpower needed for biotechnology industry will be available in our country. And that was the time many of us moved from United States or Europe to India to start teaching biotechnology to younger minds. As a result, a lot of younger people joined and came to study biotechnology in different institutions. Jawaharlal Nehru University or All India Institute of Medical Sciences and many other universities, they joined hands together and imparted training in biotechnology. I am very glad to inform you that as a result, a lot of our students who got training in biotechnology, they became presidents, vice presidents, CEOs, directors, R&D chiefs of biotechnology companies in United States, in Europe, as well as in India. Along with many people who took the path of becoming academicians, they became professors in United States, in Europe, as well as in India. If you think about the innovations in terms of biotechnology products, perhaps you remember that about 50 years back, it was impossible to treat a diabetic patient who needs insulin on a regular basis. Today, insulin injection is available at the cost of 40 rupees or 50 rupees. I still remember that vaccine for hepatitis B was terribly expensive about 25 years back. It used to cost about 5,000 rupees a shot. However, when biotechnology industry started coming up in India, Indian companies started producing recombinant vaccine against hepatitis B at an affordable cost. And today, if you would like to buy this vaccine in bulk, you may buy as cheap as 10 rupees a shot. This is all result of biotechnology innovations. Similarly, I remember that it was very difficult for Indian companies to start making diagnostics which needed PCR technology or ELISA technology. Today, most of our domestic needs for diagnosis using ELISA or some PCR has become a routine thing which are available at affordable cost. Today, we are going through the time of Corona-19 pandemic. Perhaps you remember that when the Corona started, all the world was rushing to buy ventilators. India didn't have technology to make ventilators, but our innovation helped us to make the world-class ventilators here in India. Indian people are very innovative. Indian people can do fantastic things to innovate. However, the ecosystem has to involve a little more so that it becomes easy for Indian people to innovate and bring the biotechnology products in India. Until now, whatever biotechnology products have come in India, most of them were already produced in United States or in Western Europe. But today, Indian biotechnology, education, research has become so popular that many young minds are taking biotechnology as a career. We have to learn to think out of the box, to start making innovations which should become a habit rather than just copying the products which are available abroad. Let me tell you, look at the example of Japan. Japan used to make toys, and when first time Toyota was introduced in United States, people thought it's a toy car. But today, Japanese cars are the most popular cars in the whole world. Even in United States, you will find about 70% cars are Japanese. Similarly, Indian scientists will have to leave the path of just doing research for the sake of making few publications, guiding a PhD, and using these PhDs or some papers for their promotions. No. We have to look at what kind of solutions are needed by the society. Today, if you look at RT-PCR, I don't think all reagents are made in India. But if you look at China, next door neighbor, they are much more advanced in terms of making biotechnology reagents. And therefore, our cost of RT-PCR is still very high, which is not possible for a poor person to afford to get diagnosed for COVID-19. So we have to change the way we think. We have to always follow that we have to innovate things which are affordable. Let me share something with you. Dr. Lal Path Laboratories came to me with the request if I can develop a diagnostic assay to detect drug resistance TB, because they had to import a big machine, and along with the machine they had to import cartridges, which was terribly expensive. And most of the time TB is a disease of poor people, and they cannot afford to pay such a high cost of diagnostic. At that time, the one cartridge which could diagnose one patient was costing 2,700 rupees. However, poor people cannot pay 2,700 rupees plus cost of doing the diagnosis. That may come out to be 3,000 or 4,000 rupees. We helped Dr. Lal Path Laboratories to find a generic way to do the same test without using the machine and without using the cartridge. And it was on open platform. We didn't file any patent for that. And we gave the technology free of cost so that poor people can afford to get diagnosed for drug-resistant TB. So there are problems which are there in the society, which we have to think and find innovative solutions. Therefore, particularly when I'm talking to younger people, when you take biotechnology as a career and you go to study in good institutions, whenever you choose a project, whenever you choose a topic for your PhD, always try to find a topic which is going to solve some of the problems which is faced by our society. Let it be diagnostics, let it be developing new vaccine, let it be developing new drugs, pharmaceuticals, anything by biotechnology route. You should plan your studies in such a way that at least you create a new antibody which has not been produced in India or elsewhere. You should try to find the new candidates for vaccines. You are supposed to do all kinds of new modern technology which can help us to find solutions of the problems facing by our society. I can tell you, if we start doing that, it will not take time for us to do it routinely. For example, about 50 years back, India was not producing drugs in India. They were importing. But today, India is the place where cheapest generic drugs are being produced. Today, India is a country which is supplying 70% of the vaccines to the whole world, and they are making the cheapest vaccine in India. It's all because of people like us came back from abroad and taught our students how to make vaccines, how to run a bioreactor, how to purify the vaccines or proteins or antibodies or anything to be used either for diagnosis or for vaccines or any other protein which is needed to treat a particular disease. For example, streptokinase was not made in India, and we were dependent on buying very expensive urokinase from abroad. But there are many companies today, they are producing streptokinase, which is a poor man's uh, drug for dissolving the clot after heart attack. Therefore, no matter what science where you are working, you should try to take up the projects which are going to help you to produce a product which can help the society. With these words, I thank you very much for listening to me, and I encourage you to be innovative to solve the problems which are faced by the society. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your extremely valuable insights on how innovation and technology truly shapes the world. And I hope all the participants present here today have been motivated by you to enhance the future of biotechnology in India on the global stand. Next, it is my pleasure to introduce an eminent visionary and our guiding mentor, our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Yogesh Singh. He is an educationist with extraordinary leadership quality and an inspiring persona. Professor Yogesh Singh is the third Vice Chancellor of Delhi Technological University. He has been the fifth Director of Netaji Subhash Institute of Technology, Delhi, and the 16th Vice Chancellor of Maharaja Sayaji Rao University of Baroda. He received his MTech in Electronics and Communication Engineering and PhD in Computer Engineering degrees from National Institute of Technology, Kurukshetra, Haryana. Professor Singh has an iconic track record of quality teaching, innovation, and research. A great mentor who has supervised 23 PhDs in the areas of software engineering. His areas of research include software testing, software quality and metrics, and empirical software engineering. He is the chairman, governing board, Information and Library Network Center, Gandhinagar. He is a member of the Executive Committee of National Assessment and Accreditation Council, NAAC. He has been a part of the prestigious Yale India Leadership Program at Yale University, USA, and has visited Columbia University, New York State University, Stony Brook University, and Copper Union College under the aegis of this program. He is a unique visionary, and we are most grateful to him for sparing time from his busy schedule to participate in the inaugural session for today. I hand over the platform to Professor Yogesh Singh.
Thank you very much. And good morning to all of you. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, very nice, very nice. So very good morning to all of you. On behalf of Delhi Technological University, I welcome you all in this international conference on innovations in biotechnology and life sciences. Professor Rakesh Bhatnagar, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Banaras Hindu University, Professor Jayagopal, Head of Biotechnology, Professor Praveer, Dr. Asmita Das, Convener of the conference, respected and distinguished speakers from India and abroad, members of faculty, invited guests, my dear participants and students. Good morning again. Theme of the conference is very, very interesting. And here the focus is on innovation. Innovation in biotechnology and life sciences. And during this pandemic, COVID-19, everyone is looking for solutions from scientists working in these two areas, biotechnology and life sciences. And I am very hopeful that very soon either we will get medicine or a very effective vaccine. Many scientists worldwide are working on this. And here also the innovation is the key. And in this conference where innovation is the key, 1,000 participants have registered for the conference representing 30 countries, 20 countries, and 500 abstracts have been shortlisted. They have invited distinguished speakers from reputed institutions like Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, JNU, University of California at Berkeley, National Institute of Health, United States of America, and other reputed institutions of the world. Coming to the theme of the conference, innovation. As we all know and we do understand that in 21st century, innovation in biological sciences and artificial intelligence will lead the world and will change the world order also. These two areas are upcoming areas. These are the areas of thrust areas of emerging technologies. And if one side biotechnology, life sciences, and other side the artificial intelligence, if they join hands, they will join hands soon. And very, very different types of applications will emerge, and they will change. They will change world and also the world order. That's why, and we all know that the biotechnology has made impressive advancements in last 2 decades. It holds a huge promise of helping humanity in fulfilling some of the most fundamental needs from food supplies to improving the healthcare. One side, the food supplies, other side is the healthcare. In this larger spectrum, scientists of these areas are working. But sometimes, I feel, okay, what will happen? Right now, AI is also affecting us. What will happen once algorithms outperform us? Once algorithms outperform us in remembering, analyzing, and recognizing pattern. As some of you know, on Monday or Tuesday, the Biotechnology Department had organized a workshop also, where also I was one of the speakers, where I said that, when algorithms will start remembering, analyzing, organizing the data better than human beings, then what will happen? It's a real challenge. How would we survive? Because algorithms may replace most of the routine and repetitive jobs in next 20 years. Many experts feel that. Total economy may change, where repetitive jobs will be replaced by the algorithms and robots. What will happen? How would we survive? What would be left for us then? These are the most important challenges in front of us. And answer is what? Answer is only innovations. It means what? We have no option but to create, and create. We have to create something new very differently. This will happen only when we improve teaching pedagogy and strengthen the research culture and facilities in our universities and institutions. This is very, very important. If we fail to do so, we will not be able to achieve this important aspect and important target. I don't know, many of you know the word the Bloom's taxonomy. Benjamin Bloom, he identified this long back in 1956, and he classified learning outcomes. It was further modified in 2003 or 4. So there are 6 levels. There are 6 levels, and remember, understand, apply, analyze, evaluate, and create. When I say we have to change the teaching pedagogy, meaning thereby is, right now, what is happening in our higher education system, our teachers' focus, students' focus is only on 2 levels, remember and understand. It means what? When people say the rote learning, in the national education policy also, they say now we have to come out of it. How would we come out of it? It is not easy. If our focus is on remember and understand, it means what? We have to remember many things to understand few things. So these 2 levels, and the questions will be what? Describe, explain, enumerate, state. These type of questions are coming in the examination system. So total focus is on this, and last 4 levels of Bloom's taxonomy, we all talk about it, but when it comes to applications, very few teachers are, and very few universities and institutions are implementing this: apply, analyze, evaluate, and create. And when I say create, it means that is the last level. Right now, we are focusing on first 2 levels only, but somewhere, yes, application also we are doing so, but analyze, evaluate, and create, we are not focusing on our courses. This is a real challenge. When I say we have to change the teaching pedagogy, it should be focused on now last 3 levels. And it means passive learning to active learning. And for the PhD students and the master students, we expect that focus should be on analyze, evaluate, and create. And one of the solutions is what? Flipped classroom. Right now in DT also, in many institutions, we want to implement this idea of flipped classroom. It means what? Teacher will give a video of 20 minutes to the students. Students will view it, listen it once, twice, thrice, till they are comfortable with the video. And when 20 minutes, 25 minutes, maximum 20-25 minutes video, then they will come prepared in the classroom. And then the classroom will be used for the analysis, evaluation, and creation. Peer discussion, debate on the topic. How can we implement it? When it comes to the evaluation part of it, suppose there is a machine, how this machine is working, and if there is something wrong in the machine, how can we identify this? If we do understand and condition our mind in that direction, obviously we will be able to create new things also. But right now, since we are struggling on the first 2 levels only, remember and understand, maximum application level, where we apply a few things. So flipped classroom is a good concept, and teachers should implement this. They should have a very concise video of 20 minutes of their lecture. should be given to all students. It is expected that everyone will go through once, twice, thrice, 4 times, and then when they are coming to the class, they have the information. They must be remembering many things. They have the understanding on the concept and subject, but in the class, the teacher will discuss various applications along with the student. It's a participative type of class. They will analyze things. They will see the outcome products of that, and then objective is to create something. These are the steps which now in this 21st century and the higher education institutions, we should take these steps. I just remember, once I was in US and having discussion with the president of the Yale University. They call vice chancellor the president of the university. And the vice chancellor of Yale University was worried about the future jobs in America. He was really worried about the future jobs in America. He said in the last century, manufacturing industry shifted from US. And this century, service industry has also shifted from United States of America. Now, if we have to create jobs for our students, we don't have manufacturing, we don't have the service industry with us, then only 3 words can help us: innovation, originality, and creativity. These 3 words will provide future jobs in US. I was thinking we don't have manufacturing industry right now. Our service industry is also very porous. Foundations are not very strong. If challenges of US are challenges of India also. If we have to create jobs in India, it means we have to create value in the chain. Right now, Government of India is focusing on manufacturing. But if we manufacture something on borrowed technology only, then we will not be able to generate profit for every Indian. And then if profit margins are very low, it means you will not be able to pay handsome salaries to your employees. If we are able to add value in the chain, then and only then we can create wealth for us. And here, these are the areas. And the mindset of innovation will help us, that every time when we are doing something, try to improve it. Try to improve it. This will help us. And right now, what is happening, as Professor Bhatnagar has also rightly said, we are doing something and we are publishing good research papers. Teachers are satisfied, everyone is satisfied, no promotion problem, sab kuch acha hai unke liye. But the point is that is not sufficient. Publication of good research paper is half the journey, but the rest half of the journey, we have to go further, but we are not trained and tuned. It means what? Those structures are required to be created, where we are trained that we will get training after publication. We should develop a prototype. After prototype, a product. After that, sustainable product. After that, commercially sustainable product. Product may be commercially, maybe sustainable, may not be commercially viable. So this is the next journey, half journey. This training is required and culture is required in higher education systems for our students as well as our teachers, because both go hand in hand. And then and only then, our universities will be able to create commercially sustainable products through the process of innovations. IT industry has done extremely well in the last century and this century also in the service sector. But when it comes to actual innovation, they have to take many, many steps. And right now, what is happening to the Indian pharmaceutical industry? They have the potential to assume leadership in many areas, and the areas which will be helped by the universities and life sciences and the biotechnology. These are the departments and the areas which will help our pharmaceutical industry. But this will happen when they work together, when we work in collaboration, when they work in association. If they want to work in isolation, nothing will help. Teachers will have good publications, they will have some product, they will import technology, and then they will produce drugs, they will produce many, many things. Nothing wrong in it, but that should not be the purpose of the country. If we have to make IT and BT wealth creating sector for India, it means what? We should not rely only on the imports of technology. And whenever we import something, always remember, whenever we import something, we not only pay for our ignorance, but also pay for our incompetence. And that's why, these are the problems which should be identified. And in Delhi Technological Universities, those who are from outside, I would like to share that now we are in the process of implementing actual open and flexible curriculum. from this academic session, we have instituted major and minor concepts also. It means what? A student of biotechnology, whose major is biotechnology, first area of study, he can take minor in computer science if he has special interest in computer science. He can take minor in artificial intelligence if he has special interest in, he or she has special interest in artificial intelligence, or economics, or management, or any other discipline, and vice versa also. A student of computer science can take minor in biotechnology, can take minor in drug delivery, can take minor in biochemistry. That is the area, so that when open and flexible curriculum is providing windows for experiment new things, and from where the innovation will come. And so, my dear students, those who are PhD students here, and our undergraduate and postgraduate students, now don't do extension work. Most of the time in PhD, what are we doing in India and in most of the universities? I'm sorry if others are not doing it, but what I feel most of the people, work is related to extension work, reinterpretation work, or redefinition work. That is level 1 only. That will give us publications, but will not give us commercially sustainable products. That should be our objective. So we have to add value to the chain. This is the buzzword, very, very important. And when I see the examples, like right now, the problem is what? Our air is polluted, water is contaminated, and food is unhealthy. And people are talking about, and you biotechnologists and the life science people are talking about the healthy food, organic food. And you know, what happened, you know, for the water, we found solution of ROs in our houses. And ROs, and the result is there are side effects like now D3 deficiencies, B12 deficiencies, and so many things. Our father's generation, they used to drink water from well and rivers. Water was good, quality was good. They used to drink from them. But right now, we take water from bottles only. So from river, in the last 50 years, what I say, we have come from river water to bottled water. And, you know, one salesperson came to me, he was selling air purifiers. And he said, sir, please purchase the air purifier because the quality of air in your room is very bad. I said, why is it so bad? No, it is everywhere, it is very bad. And then he further said, he was a good salesperson. He said, we consume 2 kg food every day, 2 to 3 liters water every day. But we inhale 14 kg of air, sir, and we cannot survive if we don't get air for 5 minutes. And we are inhaling 14 kg of air. So whether you have RO in your house or you are taking unhealthy food, it doesn't matter. You please purchase. Think about your air quality and purchase the air purifier. But I was very reluctant. I said, no, I don't want to have air purifier. But you know, during this pandemic, you may be surprised. Air purifier, crores of air purifiers are sold in India, in Indian houses. With one reason or the other reasons, or one logic or other logic, the point is what? We have contaminated and air is polluted, and we don't have solutions for that. Either we should not do it. If we have done it, then we should have solution to improve it. If we can't do it, then what to do? It's a real challenge and it has to be addressed. How to find solutions here? So those who are young scientists, please don't design, produce, and promote anything. Please don't design, produce, and promote anything which accelerates pollution and damage environment. Accelerates pollution and damage environment. These are the, what should I say? These are the limits for our theorem. Whatever we are doing, so we should keep in mind that it should not damage environment, it should not pollute, and it should not consume more energy also. Third dimension, which is the equally important dimension here, because now material-based economy is not there. We are in the era of knowledge-based economy, where this innovation, that's why the theme where I said it is very important, and India should be a player in these new age technologies, and our universities should become the vehicle for this change. And if we fail to do so, those who will follow us will not forgive us for our tardiness and negligence. This is the right time. The present is very right, very energetic, very enthusiastic. We have to find ways and means to do something new. I do understand that teachers are specialized in teaching knowledge. Those who are teachers, they should understand this. I do understand teachers are specialized in teaching knowledge. They are not specialized in using knowledge and practicing knowledge. They should also now start using knowledge and practicing knowledge to create something, so that our students will work in those energized areas and new areas. These are the real challenge of higher education institutions and universities. And for innovations, as Bloom's taxonomy, we have to focus on last three: evaluate, create, analyze, evaluate, and create. These three. So question paper should be set like that, focusing on these three levels, not first two and the third. Experiment should be designed in this way. And then we need, that's why, we need to focus on, and this requires commitment, passion, patience. Commitment, passion, and patience. These three are the pillars for any innovation and research. And Bashir Badr एक शायर है, बहुत अच्छा उन्होंने कहा है, मेरे को बहुत पसंद है और बहुत बार बोलता भी हूँ, कि फोकस और पैशन की जब बात है, he said, आंखों में रहा दिल में उतर कर नहीं देखा, आंखों में रहा दिल में उतर कर नहीं देखा, कश्ती के मुसाफिर ने समंदर नहीं देखा, आंखों में रहा दिल में उतर कर नहीं देखा, कश्ती के मुसाफिर ने समंदर नहीं देखा, बेवक्त घर चला आऊंगा तो सब चौंक पड़ेंगे, बेवक्त घर चला आऊंगा तो सब चौंक पड़ेंगे, एक उम्र हुई दिन में कभी घर नहीं देखा, जब से चला हूं मंजिल पे नजर है, मेरी आंख ने मील का पत्थर नहीं देखा. That should be the focus. And research, in the research and the area of innovation, we don't have any destinations. We have only milestones, because you should enjoy that journey. It should be a very pleasant journey for you. And if it is not pleasant for you, it is not your journey. This journey is only for those who enjoy research. You will get milestones, but there is no destination. There is no destination. Every milestone will provide further new milestones. That's why recent example is the Google Maps. Last year, how many of we were using Google Maps? Now everyone is using Google Maps. Think about so much computation behind this, so much innovations behind this. And now, if we have to go from Delhi Technological University to Chandni Chowk, then also we use Google Map now, in order so that we will avoid traffic, congestion also, and it is helping us. It has changed our way we think, act, and do things. That is the power of innovation and research. And lastly, which I want to say, if we have to create right kind of environment, research environment, one important component also is appreciation, because appreciation has tremendous power. We don't appreciate each other. Like if someone has done good work, we don't appreciate that good work. If a student has done good work, we hesitate to appreciate the student good work. If a teacher has done good work, his colleagues don't appreciate. वो बोलेंगे student ने किया होगा, वो उसने किया होगा. We find reasons and logics for not appreciation. And if you don't appreciate, it means what? You are distracting and you will not get energy to work further. Appreciation provides us energy, confidence. And then another aspect which appreciation is, it encourages collaboration. It encourages collaboration and strengthen research. And I say group research, because when I say the team is not the people, not the group of people who work together, but team is the group of people who trust, respect, and collaborate each other. This will only happen if we appreciate each other. थोड़ा बहुत कभी झूठी भी करो तो कर दिया करो appreciation, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. But that is the habit, And this is a very important topic, and I would like to congratulate Dr. Asmita Das for this important area, innovation in biotechnology and life sciences, and also the biotechnology department, head of the department, and other professors, because in this is the second function in a week. It means our department is very energetic and doing good things. So I'm thankful to the Department of Biotechnology for the invitation, and I hope that this conference, where so many good scholars and distinguished and eminent speakers will speak, will energize, ignite, influence, touch few of us, so that in our lifetime we will be able to create some good, sustainable, commercially sustainable products. For what? Purpose should not be to earn money. Purpose is to help others. पैसा तो आएगा ही, वो कहीं नहीं जाने वाला. If you design something for helping others, then you will not face any competition. Money will come, wealth will generate. But purpose of innovation should be to create something new, very different, and for helping at large, helping the masses of the humanity. If that is the purpose, you will achieve other small purposes like money, like fame, like other things. But if your purpose is only to create money, that is a very small purpose. You can achieve very easily in your life, but then you may not be happy. But if your purpose is to help others, my research should help others, then you will get money, happiness, recognition, and everything and the purpose of your life. With these words, again, I'm thankful to the department and Dr. Asmita Das for the invitation. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. We all appreciate you for being here with us today and for your ever-inspiring words. And we all can definitely agree with you about the importance of developing sustainable technologies that should not pollute the world further, and also the importance of creation in the world of learning and its applications. Now, I hand over the platform to Dr. Asmita Das for the vote of thanks.
The conference would not have been possible without the guiding vision and hand-holding by our eminent Vice Chancellor, Professor Yogesh Singh, who helped us to dream big, believe in ourselves, and most importantly, strive for excellence. We are extremely grateful to all our eminent speakers for sparing the time to share their research in this interactive scientific platform. It is in this endeavor of ours, we are honored to have the support of our eminent guest of honor, Professor Rakesh Bhatnagar, Vice Chancellor of BHU, who has humbled us in sparing his valuable time. Our conference has entered a new dimension beyond our expectations, having more than 1,200 participants from the world over, and we are most thankful to each one of them. Our small step towards academia-industry interaction would not have been possible without the senior industry personnel who agreed to participate in this conference. We are most grateful for the support and guidance of our head of the Department of Biotechnology, Professor Jayagopal Sharma. We are particularly grateful to our advisory board members, Professor Shyam Sharan from NIH USA, Professor Rajiv Saxena from South Asian University, Professor Jayagopal Sharma, Professor Praveer Kumar, Professor B.D. Malhotra for their valuable insights. All faculty members of our department have been pillars of support in all our endeavors. Last but not the least, this engine for this train of events is fueled by the relentless efforts of all members of the ICIBLS organizing committee. I extend my best wishes to all participants and hope all of us have a unique experience of participative, interactive learning and sharing our scientific ideas and innovations. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. So with this, we have reached the end of our inaugural ceremony. We hope it was an informative experience and has left you even more excited for our upcoming sessions. Our first session commences today at 12:15 p.m., where we have our first speaker, Dr. Mithilesh Mishra from TIFR Mumbai. Till then, kindly enjoy a glimpse of our biotech department here at DTU. Thank you and have a good day.
Delhi Technological University has an illustrious history spanning over 79 years. This prestigious institution is well known throughout the world for its premier education, research and innovations. The Department of Biotechnology was founded in 2004 with a vision to make an impact through research and technology-based training. The department has more than 200 students enrolled in various UG and PG programs which encompass various basic and applied aspects of modern biotechnology. The faculty members of the department are excellent teachers and research scientists, and they have published their research in high-impact factor peer-reviewed journals. The department has made a profound impact in the field of biotechnology and life sciences with a cumulative citation index of over 20,000. We have received a cumulative research grant of over 6 crore rupees with various national and international collaborations with prominent institutions. The department houses 10 state-of-the-art laboratories, viz. Environmental and Industrial Biotechnology Laboratory, Nanobiology electronics laboratory, molecular neuroscience and functional genomics laboratory, complex systems and genome informatics laboratory, laboratory. In 2018, the Honorable Vice Chancellor of DTU, Professor Yogesh Singh, inaugurated the world-class instrumentation facility in the department. The department organizes various events for promotion of academic research and collaboration. The department has organized multiple workshops, faculty development programs and conferences to foster research culture in the field of biotechnology and life sciences in India. All these events serve as a great platform for the students to gain research exposure. Many prominent speakers from all over the world have been invited in the past to deliver lectures to inspire the young scholars. The department takes various initiatives for the progression of its students. Starting from 2009, the department organizes its annual Technical Fest, Carry On, which features eminent speakers from academia and industries alike and witnesses participation from all over India. Students participate in social, cultural and leisure activities which facilitates developing various skills, competencies and foster holistic development. The students have won many laurels in both academics and extracurricular activities. Our alumni play an active role in contributing to the students' success and share their expertise and best practices in a given field. We have a strong alumni network, working in the world's top multinational companies and premier research institutions. The department strives to achieve the ultimate goal to prepare the future scientists and engineers, who can address the diverse needs of the industry and can become the societal problem solvers.
Hello, everyone. I hope you had a nice and short break. Now, we begin with the first keynote address of the conference with Dr. Mithilesh Mishra, who is in the Department of Biological Sciences at Tata Institute of Fundamental Research. As a scientist educator and holder of the Wellcome Trust DBT India Fellowship, he has contributed to the understanding of the mechanisms of cell division over the last 14 years. He has published over 20 papers in peer-reviewed journals, including Nature Cell Biology, and also served as a reviewer for international journals such as Nature and Science. He has also established successful research collaborations with universities such as Caltech, University of Massachusetts, and University of Tokyo. He established great connections. As an educator, he has developed curriculum and taught in graduate schools at National University of Singapore and Tata Institute of Fundamental Research. Over the past 8